everybody. This is Rustin Rose with Metal Nation, joined today by Jordan Griffin of Them Evils. Fresh out of the shower. Sorry you missed it, ladies. No,
Fresh out of the shower.
it was funny. While I was waiting on you, of course, I was listening to your most recent single, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and this meme comes up. Take the title of the last song that you listened to and add "In My Ass." So where are you going to crash tonight? In my ass. So thanks to the pandemic, your tour with Pretty Reckless got pretty wrecked.
Yes, it did. It was supposed to be postponed until September, but it's looking like it's going to be postponed again until about 2021. You know, I'm just looking at it as a positive way. That'll give us more time to release more music, more time to go through all the mixes and masters and really dial in how we're going to release these songs. And also give us more time to rehearse the songs, become tighter as a band. We haven't played a show in almost a year. We've been just doing like live Facebook things. So I feel like we need to get in the jam room and, you know, find the chemistry again. And it's going to take a few months. So the postpone till 2021 is kind of a, you know, it's kind of a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask how you guys are doing in the midst of all this, between the COVID and all the rioting and just everything. How are you guys holding up?
I think we're doing pretty good. You know, the COVID thing was really rough. At first, we didn't know if like what's going on with music is live. Our live concerts going to even be a thing, because that's kind of how we make our bread and butter, and that's how, you know, we have fun doing what we do. And it was just, you know, I think things are looking more positive. At first, they weren't looking so hot, but you know, we have our heads up, and we think we're gonna, you know, pull out of this.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys have been like nonstop road warriors the last few years. It's got to be killing you not to be on stage.
Yeah, I mean, we were usually on the road about 4 to 6 months out of the year. So it's like to be home all year. We've been home for about a year and a half, and it's just been like, what the hell are we doing? Are we a band anymore? So.
Well, obviously still a band, because we just got some new music from you, which we'll talk about in a second. But how has all that touring that you guys have been doing since the release of the last EP and everything, how much has that helped you guys grow and mature as a band and as songwriters?
Well, we're in a bus, you know, or an RV together for 6 months. So, you know, we learn a lot about each other. We write riffs, you know, we write lyrics, we come up with ideas, we write them down, we record them. And I think just touring makes a band, you know. That's where you get all your stories. That's where you get your inspiration to write. That's where you miss home. That's where you go broke. That's where you run out of money. So
right.
It's just a lot of things you pull from, and, you know, you write the best songs doing that.
Yeah, and ironically, and we mentioned it at the outset, your new single, Where You Gonna Crash Tonight, came out a couple of weeks ago. Fantastic song, very upbeat, which ironically is about being out on the road.
Yes.
And here we are in sort of a semi-quarantine state. But tell us a little bit about that song, because I know it sort of germinated in your mind when you were out on the road, but it didn't really come to fruition until you got back and got in the studio with some friends.
Yeah, so we did that song with Kevin Thrasher and Aaron Edwards. It was a song start at first, so we went in there and it was just a riff and like the tagline, "Where are you gonna crash tonight?" And we went in there and we just, you know, wrote around the song and just came up with the best lines and the best melodies possible. And of course we sat there and, you know, what would sound best guitar wise, what riffs would sound good, what solo would sound good. We just wanted to make it more of a modern approach to our sound, because we've been a classic rock band, inspired band for so long.
Right.
We felt like that really wasn't widening our demographic, and we weren't really appealing to the younger generation of kids listening to rock and roll. So we thought, you know, let's make this a little bit more modern, upbeat, a little bit more radio friendly, and let's explore that realm of something that we haven't tapped into yet. And I think it's popping off right now. Like, this is probably the best one of our songs has ever done.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because yeah, I hear what you're saying with the modern sense to it and everything, but it still feels very much them evils, like it fits right in with everything you've done before.
Yeah, I
So
agree. We definitely try to keep the them evils in it. We try not to lose, our originality, because that's all you really have as a band. If someone listened to our song and knew it was just total fake bullshit, they would see right through it.
right, you can't just write just to appease people and try and sell records. You know, it's got to come from within you and be part of who you are.
Yeah, I mean you can, but that's just it's see through. It's not gonna last.
So obviously, where there's one new track, and with all this time off, I'm assuming there's more stuff in the works. Are we looking at another EP, a full album, or just a series of singles? Or
Um, we're gonna be looking at a series of singles. We were thinking about doing the album thing, but I feel like people's attention spans are so short these days.
right,
You got to kind of drop singles. So if we were to release an album, people would listen to it maybe for a few months, as opposed to dropping singles. And we could drop a single every month or so, and we can keep them strung out for about 6 months, especially during this quarantine time, because there's not going to be any touring. So we got
right.
to try our hardest to keep them entertained. So if that's releasing a song here or there, if that's doing acoustic videos, if that's doing, whatever we have to do, live stream videos, we're going to have to do it.
Speaking of which, you mentioned you'd done some of that. I did see the acoustic version that you did with Kevin Thrasher, of Where You're Going to Crash Tonight. Do you have anything upcoming that fans should know about that you're planning on live streaming, or any events? Or
Live streaming, no, but you can definitely expect another single within the next month or two, and another studio video along with that.
nice. So we've got another one coming here pretty quickly to kick off
Oh
our
yeah.
summer. So
hmm
anything you can tell us about it, or are we keeping that all under the hat for right now?
All I can tell you is that we played it live on one of our live streams. We played it yesterday on a live stream. It's called Coattails. That's what we're planning on releasing. So it's kind of out there. It's getting some bites, some hits. We're kind of teasing it. So a few people have heard the song, only live, but we can't wait for everyone to hear the actual recording.
Nice. Did you guys do that one in a separate writing session, just you and Jake and David, or is that with Kevin and Aaron again? Or
No, that one was with Jim Kaufman.
oh, the
Um,
producer. Yeah.
yeah. So we actually wrote this song a few years ago, and we were using it for kind of like a bait, or like, we were shopping it to record labels, and it worked, but the record label didn't want to use it on the album. So we were just like, you know what, this is kind of a good song. Let's just revisit it and like release it. And it's good that, because we're doing that on our own,
Right.
we're not being told what to do anymore. So it's kind of cool that we have the reins of our own, destiny. We're just, we can decide when and what songs we want to release.
Excellent. Do you feel like Coattails has changed a little bit? Did it morph a little bit from when you originally wrote it to what we're going to hear here pretty quick?
Yeah, slightly. There's a change in some vocal melody and a few guitar parts. Other than that, the music's pretty similar. And I think we messed with the structure of the song.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, well, I won't keep you. I'll let you get back to it and everything. We just wanted to touch base about the new single and new music and everything. But what have you been sort of doing with you guys besides the music? What have you been doing with all this sort of downtime with the lockdown and everything?
I've been hanging out with my fiance, with my dog, playing a lot of guitar, listening to a lot of music. I've actually picked up Call of Duty, which is probably not the best thing to do, but it keeps the time going, and it's fun to just get on the mic and talk shit. I really enjoy cooking. But yeah, it's just a lot of playing guitar.
Excellent. What's your best dish?
I think chicken tikka masala.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I've been
Or
doing a
just
lot of
steak and
cooking
egg.
through this whole thing too, so I'm trying to
Nice.
become better at it. My wife doesn't even like to eat out anymore. She's like, nope, we're staying in and just doing it all home ourselves now.
Yeah.
But
You save so much more money.
It's true, and she said this, and I'm starting to agree with her. It's like once you become a halfway decent cook, you realize you're getting better food at home. It's the restaurant food doesn't even taste as good anymore. So
That's true. Yeah. And
but
it's just full of sugar and salt and MSG and preservatives. You're just getting frozen microwave food when you go out to dinner.
yep. And I don't know about you, but I'm putting on the COVID weight from just being home and eating. So
Yeah. I
but
definitely got a slight beer gut.
all right. So before we get out of here, last time we talked, I mean, I know you and I both had a love of Kiss and Destroyer in particular and everything. And I don't know why, but I just was listening in my head last night to that song with to God of Thunder with them evils sort of performing it. And just I don't know why, but that just sounded like something you guys could do like really well in your own style that would really work. But
Huh.
if
I
you ever
have to
did
check
something,
that out.
yeah, I don't know. I always wondered, I mean, you being a big Kiss fan, a big Destroyer fan, I mean, which song would you want to do?
I would do the whole album. I actually really like I Want You. It's not on the album,
Right,
but
Rock and Roll Over.
That's my favorite. That's probably my favorite Kiss song, and it's the favorite song that they play live.
Nice.
I don't know
maybe we'll
why
see
that
it on a
one.
live stream. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
That one just hits me for some reason.
Yeah, my favorite song off that album is still "Flaming Youth." I don't know why I was so psyched when they did the last tour that they had actually played it, pulled it out. So, but anyway, Jordan, thanks so much for taking some time. I appreciate it. The new song is fantastic. Still them evils, but definitely a lot of upbeat energy, and we're looking forward to Coattails and everything that's coming after that. So,
right on. Thank you so much, and it was thank you so much for having me, man.
absolutely, take it
It was
easy,
awesome
brother.
talking to you. You as well.